Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I was just reading, and apparently another scandal has come forth with arriving or regarding the rapid tests. I guess billions of dollars in contracts were favored to Chinese imports over cheaper Canadian-made service or devices. That's sketchy. All this money going to China rather than staying here at home. It just goes to show that this government basically works for, he's like a Chinese plant. It's the same with the United States. All the money funneling to China. It's ridiculous. Yeah, the first thing we'll have is the opposition motion regarding a motion brought forward concerning the war in the Middle East, and then we'll have question period at 11:15, and we'll go on to something else after that. I'm not sure. Can't remember exactly what it was. Look. It looks like routine proceedings, government orders, business of supply. And then we'll go into private members' business. And then lastly, at the end, when nobody's really watching, they're gonna do the reading for the act to amend the Parliament of Canada Act, which is a need to know. Like, you need to know this, because this is the motion that they can use to shut down Parliament whenever they want, and to stop the Conservatives from being able to bring motions forward later in the day. So you want to pay attention to this one. This is at the end of the day. So the Parliament is ending at 2:30 today. So it should be around 1-ish that they start debating that. Yeah, it's sneaky. I'd be very concerned, because they're trying to sneak this in, so nobody watches the end of the day stuff. They'll just slide it in there so you're not watching, and then the next thing you know, well, they're shutting down Parliament whenever they want. So I will be streaming that. So I hope everybody's watching. I'm good. Thanks for asking. How's everybody else? Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys and girls. Yeah, right. Lights, camera, bullshit. That's so true. I'm concerned about what's going to happen at the end of the day, at the end of the sitting day, when it's they're reading the act to amend the Parliament Act. That's what concerns me. That actually scares me, because this act is very widely scoped to give the Liberal and NDP power to dictate when Parliament is in session and when it's not in session, and whether or not the Conservatives are able to bring forward motions that make these guys work into the night. Like, they're lying to Canadians right now, saying that it's so that the Conservatives can continue to bring motions into later into the evening, so that they can continue working late. Well, you know that's bull. Anyone that believes that is, you give your head a shake. Yeah, right there. C377. An act to amend the Parliament of Canada Act. And it even says, need to know. Like, it's important people pay attention to that one. Besides their censorship bill, they're trying to take control. They're strong arming Parliament. They're trying to take control of Parliament. And that's not the Bloc. That's not the Green Party. It's not the Conservatives. It literally is just the NDP and the Liberals that are trying to strong arm Parliament. Because those two parties together create the majority in Parliament. And that's what they're trying to do, is make it so that it comes down to a vote to whether or not to keep Parliament going or not, and that it's up to the majority of Parliament to decide. Well, when they say that, people should know that the majority of Parliament is the NDP and the Liberals. And they vote together. So all the other parties can vote no, it won't make a difference.
Just make sure the cameras get turned on. I believe I have a point of order from the Honourable Government House Leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Canada is in mourning. Canadians and all members grieve the loss.
Morning. Canadians and all the members of this House are lamenting the loss of a great patriot. Brian Mulroney was a leader of this country with exceptional qualities that made his country a better place. Not only was Brian Mulroney a great Prime Minister, he was a man who respected Parliament and made this place better for having been part of it.
He was not only a great Prime Minister, he was also a man who respected Parliament and made this institution a better place by being here. When we return to this House, there will be tributes from all corners of this House. Until then, I think I speak on behalf of us all, offering our most sincere condolences to his family and many, many friends.
In turn, there will be formal tributes from all corners of this House. Until then, I believe I speak for all of us in extending our condolences to his family and countless friends. Et là-dessus, Monsieur le Président.
And, Mr. Speaker, I would now like to inform the House that the opposition day designated for today is undesignated and redesignated for Monday, March 18, 2024. Furthermore, in light of the death of the late Right Honourable Brian Mulroney, I would like to seek unanimous consent to adopt the following motion: that, notwithstanding any standing order or usual practice of the House.
On Monday, March 18th, 2024, if a recorded division is requested pursuant to Standing Order 45-4A during the proceedings related to the business of supply, it shall not be deferred. And B, the House do now adjourn pursuant to Standing Orders 24 and 28. Merci, Monsieur le Président.
Is it agreed? It's agreed. Accordingly, pursuant to order made earlier today, the House stands adjourned until Monday, March 18th at 2024 at 11 a.m. pursuant to Standing Order 28-2 and 24-1.
What the hell? They literally are just adjourning, so they're not going to work at all today? Oh my god, that is unbelievable. They literally just start, and they're like, because Brian Mulroney died, they're going to shut down Parliament for the day. Out of all the stuff that needs to be dealt with, my mind is blown. I can't believe this. I can't believe it. Oh man, how ridiculous is that? They just look, yeah, they're yeah, wow. Well, that's it, folks. That's it. That's all there is today. They're shutting down Parliament because Mulroney died. Wow. Yeah, it's your tax dollars at work right there. Yeah. I cannot believe that at all. That just blows my mind. I understand that the guy died and he was a politician. He was our 18th prime minister. The man had to clean up after Pierre Trudeau, which was a crazy mess. He took a lot of slack for having to make real sacrifices during his time because of the mess from Pierre Trudeau. So it's very unfortunate. But you know, the day goes on. There's a lot of problems right now in society that need to be dealt with. It's just crazy. But I guess Canadians don't matter. Not anymore. Sad. Sad day. Yeah, unreal. I can't believe it. Well, I'll see if there's any committees running today, and then I'll fire back up. I don't know, maybe they're going to shut down too. Parliament altogether, I think, is shut down now. So I don't believe committees will be running either. But we'll see. I'll check. All I know is this is a pile of BS. Because they're not... This house has not accomplished anything in probably the last 5 years at least. They do nothing. They just argue back and forth, and then they shake hands when the camera's off, and they go home. They go home because they're rich. It doesn't matter. They've been stealing money from taxpayers for God knows how long. It doesn't matter who's in government because they do the same things. You know, even Harper was leeching off the taxpayers. Trudeau's he's just so incompetent he can't hide it. I'm pissed. I'm so pissed about shutting down Parliament. No, committees probably aren't up either. All right, that's a wrap. Great job, everybody. Cut. Yeah. Because it's all bullshit, and it's so true. It is absolute bullshit. They accomplish nothing when they're in in the house. These committee meetings go on for years, and they accomplish nothing. It costs taxpayers thousands and thousands, millions of dollars, actually. I know some might argue that, you know, they get paid no matter what if they're in those committee meetings. But the difference is that there are a lot of things that you don't see that cost taxpayers money to have that committee running. The costs of technical support, the camera techs, the clerks, all them, they don't get paid unless they're in those meetings and working. Yes, the MPs will continue to get paid, but there's other things that they should be doing instead of sitting in those committees just doing nothing, because they're not completing anything. The thing is, you got to rely, like when they close down like that, you have to hope that there are committee meetings. Like for myself, I'll probably switch to news, so I'll just I'll start doing videos of myself and different pieces. Yeah, it's a lot of money to run Parliament. There are costs to just running Parliament. There are costs to running committees besides the MP costs. But MPs could be doing productive stuff rather than filibustering a committee, right? Your taxpayers' money is being wasted on an MP that is sitting in committee talking in circles so that taxpayers don't get any information that is necessary to make an informed decision on whether or not the government is benefiting them or not. It is crucial that people are informed of what is happening in the House. It is crucial that you know what your government is up to. It is important. When you have MPs, members of committees, using their time and your money to sit there and filibust a meeting for an hour, it goes to show that that MP or those MPs are not there for their constituents. They are there for the government. They are there for who put the government there. And it's not the people anymore. They don't represent the people. If they did, we would not be going down the roads that we are right now. We wouldn't have Stephen Guilbeault dictating whether or not we get new roads or whether or not there's funding going towards major road operations. We wouldn't have the Liberal Party of Canada dictating as to whether or not we have a carbon tax. A carbon tax is a punishment. It is a punishment for producing carbon. And, well, you have no choice because there's no viable solutions to solve that problem. So you have to continuously driving your gas cars because the other solutions are not viable. So, I don't know. This is just crazy. Yeah, he is the worst. But Brenda Shanahan, in yesterday's committee, kiboshed that committee. The testimony that we would have gotten from Mark Webber would have probably opened up a whole new set of scandals and BS. And she knew it, and she doesn't want the government to be held to account because she's going to lose her job. So she's going to filibust. But her constituents need to understand that they are wasting their tax dollars on that woman that is going to sit there and do whatever she can to keep information from being able to be given to the public. She's going to suppress that information and not in the best interests of the public, but for their own interests. Now we're walking into some really dark territory when you have a government trying to censor speech, strong arm your democratic institutions. When you have a government trying to divide individuals into groups, many groups, there is a real problem with our democracy. And it is not an easy fix unless the Liberal government is removed from power. The Conservatives will call Weber back, but unfortunately, we're probably going to have the same kind of thing happen again, where those members on the Liberal side are going to filibust the committee so that he cannot give testimony. It's crazy. Well, I'm going to see if there's any committees running. If there's one running, I will pop back up. If not, well, this is... You just got to listen to my rant. That's not much of a day. All right. Anyone that is new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Whoever's left, have a wonderful day. If I don't see you later.